This is the VUTV News Special Report. I'm Andrew Whitmyer reporting from the VUTV studios. Earlier this afternoon, I spoke with President Mark Heckler about his hip replacement surgery. He will be undergoing Thursday as a result of advanced osteoarthritis. He had this to say about the procedure.
What I wanted to let the students know is that I'm going to have surgery. And I discovered about 18 months ago, I was diagnosed with advanced osteoarthritis, which is in essence, it's in my hips. I went in and I got checked, and they diagnosed it. I then went back this summer just to see, because it had not only been in my right hip but also my left hip, and I thought I need to get them to take a closer look at that. And at that point, the doctor suggested it was probably time. And so I suggested to the doctor that I do this next summer, and he suggested that I do it next week. So, so we had a little negotiation that went on because my concern was that I didn't want to disrupt the life of the university. I had to be thoughtful about the timing of that. So I spent the summer looking at the dates and learning about how these surgeries work and how much downtime, if there aren't any complications, how that would work. And so made the determination that the best schedule, God willing, that I could follow would be to do the first surgery this Thursday, which will be right after we're finished with convocation. And my wife and I do a couple receptions for the new faculty and the staff that have been here 15, 20, 30 years. So we're going to have the convocation tomorrow, taste of Albo, reception at our house. Wednesday we have another reception. Then Thursday morning, Thursday at some point I'll go in, I don't know when yet. And I'll have my right hip done. And then about 10 weeks later, on the 5th of November, I will have my left hip done. So that's designed so that I can be fully functioning for homecoming, okay. Which is that weekend of the 24th, 25th of September, and that I'll be able to do the board meeting, which is at the end of October, then get the next hip done, and then I won't be carving turkey this year, but I will be back by commencement. So I can participate in the public functions of the university and not disrupt things that way. And then I'll be uncomfortable for a little while after the surgery, but my expectation is roughly within 5 to 6 days I'll be back on email and phone and be able to continue to that work. I'll have a number of the meetings that I normally have with the President's Council, the Vice Presidents, et cetera. I'll have them at my home while I'm recuperating, and then I'll start venturing back into campus 2 weeks or so, maybe 3 weeks, and at that point you all will see me either with a walker or with a cane. So there'll be a period of time where I'll be, I promise not to have tennis balls on the walker, but I will have some mobility assistance there for a while. So they say if you don't have complications that by 6 weeks you're back to about 80% of normal, and so that's what I'm praying for. But I wanted to, I didn't want to try to hide this, and I didn't want the rumors to start about what was actually going on. So I figured it was just best to tell you all, and then I'm happy to kind of answer questions if you want me to clarify anything. But I think it's important for the students to understand. There are very few complications from the kind of surgery that I'm going to have, but you don't know with surgery, anything can happen. So with this surgery, I'll be under anesthesia for a period of time, and then I'll have a period of time where the pain will be such that they'll have me on medicine that will not make me in any condition to render decisions. I might be happy, but I won't be in a position to render decisions. So during that period of time, Provost Bierman will act in my stead, and I've officially delegated those responsibilities to him. until the point where I'm able to resume those responsibilities. I might not physically be able to come in, but it should not be too long before I'm able to. And then if something were to happen to me and I would be incapacitated, then at that point the provost would cover until the board would decide what to do. So the board would ultimately need to decide what they wanted to do. But that would be in a situation where they felt that I was incapacitated. So we prepared for all of that, which you have to do.
Right. Yeah,
Now, President Heckler expects to continue his duties from his home next Tuesday, the 1st of September. In the meantime, Provost Mark Bierman will act as Dr. Heckler's substitute until that time. VUTV wishes President Heckler and his family a speedy surgery and recovery. We will have more on this story on next Monday's edition of The Shield. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at ValpoVUTV for updates on this story. I'm Andrew Whitmyer, and this has been a VUTV News Special Report.